Are we on the air?
Yes, you are.
OTA talk kicking off right now, baby. Rochester, a.k.a. Juice. Famous hanging out.
The kid!
Let's get into it. 2007.
2007, man. What a great year, man. A lot of things happened. What we're going to do, Toronto, is pretty much just wrap everything up in a nice little bundle. And considering that we're going to talk about a lot of the things that happened here nationally in Canada and Toronto, it's going to be really tight. Plus, we got to get to speak with Rochester and, of course,
the kid! Yeah.
He raps now. First things first. In 2005, Jay-Z became CEO of Def Jam. During his tenure, he signed notable acts such as Neo, Rihanna, did his thing, came down that same year for Caravana.
Yeah, that was a crazy show.
Almost.
I met him.
Yeah?
I got a story about that one.
Really? Oh man.
I don't even know.
But at the bottom of 07, as we all know now, he stepped down as CEO of Def Jam.
Yeah.
His quote was, "I am pleased to have had the opportunity to build upon the Def Jam legacy. Now it's time for me to take on some new challenges." Like if he didn't already have challenges. How did the Carter administration do in the 05 to 07 tenure? Rochester.
I think it was a little rocky in the beginning. A lot of people were giving them flack with what was going on with some of the artists, the Tia Marie thing and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I think he persevered, man. I think he did his thing. Rihanna is a smash, and nobody can tell me different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She
Yeah.
came with the Caribbean vibe, and, you know, nobody was really messing with that at the time, and she paved a whole new way, man. Thank you, Rihanna, because, you know what? Jamaicans like us we can get through now, you know what I'm saying? Thanks to some stuff like that, man. So, you know, hats off to him, man. It's not an easy job, and I think he started off a little rocky, but I think he ended it with class and style, man. So, shout out to him, man.
Famous. Do you
I kind of
think?
agree. I kind of agree. The only thing I mean, considering the fact that nothing's selling, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we actually basing it on?
Yeah.
Nothing's selling anyways, right? So, I mean, he had artists in the top 5 singles. I was bumping in the club to it, you know what I'm saying? So, he had a good year, but there's a lot of people mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot more mad artists now.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal.
Mad
Yo, if
people.
you were to check like YouTube right now, even the latest interviews with Freeway and Beanie, they're trying to hold their tongue, but they're not really happy with what's happening. Me personally, I don't think that has anything to do with Def Jam or labels as a whole per se. I mean, if you're talking about promo, maybe, but the reality is we're in an influx right now in terms of the industry. So, but next question I want to ask you, Famous, is like, do you think we really benefited from Jay-Z, the CEO? Do you think that maybe we could have had a CEO, period, do a better job?
I think he's a good co-sign. You know what I mean? Once you hear Jay is part of the project, it automatically becomes like important.
So he's a good figurehead, a good like symbol of the whole
I agree,
administration.
because as a rapper, you know what I'm saying, it kind of make you feel like, you know what, if Jay can reach that status, you know what I'm saying, then you know what, it's open for everybody to reach that status, you know what I mean? So,
but do you think that maybe somewhere around there was an executive that could have done 10 times a better job as a CEO executive?
But when you're saying better, like what? Are we trying to say push records? Like I said, nobody is pushing records.
Well, yeah.
So it's like he did very good for what he was supposed to do, considering he had an album. You know what I'm saying? He did a tour. And like he still maintained the label just as good as any other label that's not selling records.
I agree.
Rez?
I think on top of that, too, he did what he had to do to get those, like, 2 or 3 artists to, like, a certain level that they might not have gotten to on another label.
Exactly.
Hold on. At the same time, I think it was like a real tough year for urban music, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for him to do that, I think he still handled it, because you know what? Anybody in that position would have had a lot of trouble, man.
A lot of
you know
trouble.
What I'm saying? Where the music's going with the iTunes and the MP3s and all
Yeah,
that.
because what it is like we want him to be that hip-hop. We want Def Jam to be that hip-hop label, and we wanted him to be that dude to be like, okay, yeah, you know what, you guys? Yeah, we got some heat for you.
Yeah.
But he's like, nah, this is business, and I need to push Rihanna, and I need to push Neo.
Let's not forget, he brought in Every Damn Hustling too, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and that was a grimy record. For me to hear that on Flow 935, you know what I'm saying, it was weird for me.
The Rick Ross?
Rick Ross, yeah.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like, you know what? For him to open that door a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, hats off to that one, man.
But not even that. Like, just the picture, 50. You know, you have 50 on stage. You have Jay on stage.
That was crazy.
Kanye.
Yeah, Diddy.
T.I. Diddy.
Yeah.
What more could you ask for? Like,
But are we mixing up the picturesque idea of Jay-Z, the artist, with what a CEO who we don't necessarily know what their position is supposed to be. I mean, Ella brought up a point that kind of makes sense. The point is that the time and effort that Jay spent doing all the things that he had to do outside of being a CEO, a regular CEO that was just focused on his job, might have been more effective.
Right.
That's not to say that Jay-Z didn't do a good job. Obviously.
I guess we'll have to see this year.
Well, you know what? They picked him to do the job. What did you expect for him just to sit down and really not do nothing? I didn't expect it.
And that is,
you know what? If you pick him to do the job, it's Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z's going to be Jay-Z. So,
Ty, what do you think?
Yeah, what do you think? Huh?
Keeping it moving.